Welcome to my channel, Out of the Darkroom. Tonight I'm going to show you how to make a layer of falling snow that you can use in any photo that you want to place it in. Now this will be with Particle Shop and Paint Shop Pro, but Particle Shop is also available for Photoshop. So this is so much easier. If you've ever watched the old tutorials on how to make snow, it's adding several layers, adding noise, changing the color, changing everything. I mean, it's crazy how long it takes. This is very simple. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is make a fill layer on my photo. And that fill layer is going to be black. And the reason I'm doing it on one of my existing photos is because all of my unedited photos in the landscape view is this size. That way it will be ready to go. Now you can resize it once you get the layer made, and you can make it bigger, smaller, and you can do all that. But this is just easier to start with for this demonstration. So I'm going to go Layers, New Raster Layer, and I'll click OK. Now I'm going to fill it with the black Flood Fill paint bucket. And as you can see on my materials palette, black is the color that's on top. And my tolerance is the highest it'll go, so that way it'll fill the whole thing. And now I'm going to open Particle Shop. It's under Plugins, Painter, Particle Shop. Okay, so now it's going to ask you to make a copy of the layer that you want to paint in. And it also talks about the Photoshop plugin. But I am going to make a copy of the layer. I'm going to use Particle Shop to do that. So I'll show you. We'll just launch it. And it brings up a new screen, which is actually like a standalone program. Now you can shop for more brushes by going to that welcome screen or clicking there. And it shows you the variety of brush packs that you can buy. And I believe some will come with it. If you purchased Paint Shop Pro, any version in the last couple of years, it should be with it, and there should be some basic brushes. And I believe this is one that may have came with it. It's called Pointillism. And if you don't have it, I know that you can purchase it. Okay, so now the brush I'm going to use under Pointillism is called George's. And I'm going to tell you what the settings that I have found work best is 750 for the brush size, so that's all the way up. And take the change with pressure off. So if it's not highlighted, the little pencil with the arrow next to the brush size, then it's off. Now your opacity you want at 100%. And then you're going to want to click the pressure on to change the opacity with pressure. And you want the count, and that will be the count of the little dots at 100%. Okay, so now I'm going to use my Wacom tablet. Let's make sure that white is checked all the way up, and you can make it glow which sometimes snow does look like it's glowing, especially if you take a picture with a flash. Okay, now I'm just going to dab. I'm not really going to make a stroke, but I'm going to dab. And see, that was too much. So we just want one little dab. Whoops, that was too much. So when I put too much pressure, that's what happens. So that's good to show you that so you know. And we don't want that. That looks like fireworks, not snow. So just light little dabs. I'm kind of making a really short stroke while I'm doing this. And as you know, when you take a photo of snow, there's going to be flakes falling that's closer, some that's farther away, so they will be different sizes. Okay, now, so I don't want to get too carried away. I don't think we're having a blizzard. Okay, that was relatively quick. Now, when you click save, it's going to give you a couple of different options. So you want to save only the brush strokes. So that's going to put the brush strokes or the snow on a transparent layer. If you merge the brush strokes, you can still fix that, but you don't need to. So this is much faster. So just click OK. Now we go back over to Paint Shop Pro. And as you can see, it's saving the temp file. And if you look here, here's my raster layer with just the snow. And it got rid of my black layer. Now, if you look close in my picture, there's the snow, and it looks pretty realistic. Now, if you did happen to get a little too much or it's too bright, you can go to Properties, right-click on it, go to Properties, do your blend mode as Overlay, and then it will kind of bring it down. Or you can go to Normal and then change the opacity a little bit. And then, of course, you'll have to click OK. Now, as you can see, it's a little bit lighter snow. You can make as much as you want. It doesn't matter. You can experiment. Now, if you want it to appear like the snow is blowing, then you would go to Adjust, Blur, Motion Blur. Now, it's not going to do the whole picture. It's just going to do the top layer, which is the snow. Change the angle to the direction you think it's blowing in. Put the strength up a little bit. We'll say maybe around 40%. Now it just proofed it. Click OK. And now if you look, it looks exactly like the snow is falling or moving. And of course, you're not going to see it against the existing snow, but you can see it against the dark background. Now you would have to merge this and save it. And you know how to save a photo. So now what I'm going to do is get rid of my copies here. But we're going to make them not visible anyway. Go to my top layer, click select all, edit, copy. Now let's say I want to use that in another photo. I'm just going to go to this lake photo. This is a Paint Shop Pro background photo. And then I'm going to go to edit, paste, paste as new layer. And there we go. Now I have the snow in a second picture. Okay, now let's say I want to, of course, you'd have to merge this and save it. But I'm going to delete this background layer just for the sake of this demonstration. And here's my raster layer. I'm going to go to File, Save As. Now remember, in my previous videos, I've told you to save the transparency as a PNG file. So a Portable Networks graphics file, because you can't save a JPEG with a transparent background. So we're going to say Lake 2, save, and now that's it. Anytime you want to add snow to your pictures, you just open up that layer and put it on top of whatever picture you're working on. Pretty simple, huh? All right. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more tutorials. And like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.